Right then guys, I thought I'd better document this. So this is a little bit of my delivery. That's half of the blocks there. No, I don't think it's even half. I got 700 blocks or 600 blocks coming. 10 bags of cement, 100 briquettes, 2 ton of building sand, 1 ton of all in, just to do the footings for the other little walls. So go on the reg. Well, there we are guys, that's my first little batch of blocks. 150 blocks there I think, a couple of 100 briquettes, 10 bags of cement down there. I've still got 3 ton of sand to bring through here later on, but thought I'd have a little break and just fuel up a little bit. Nothing like a pot noodle is there, especially because they're made in the valleys apparently. So let me get my cold pot noodles down me. Cold black coffee. I got some water. Yeah, feeling pretty good at the moment, to be honest. Remember, it's a battle, not a war. So it's a rolling battle we're on, yeah, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. And I know a thing or two about marathons. I've done 6 marathons in my time. I've done 2 hungover, 2 unfit, and 2 fit. I think I can hear Travis Perkins. I'll be back in a minute on that note. Anyway, there's the pond. This is my little walk. So then, little ramp above. That's going to come down in a minute. Those 2 are going to come down in a minute. Oh, and we've got some blocks to come down as well. Lovely jubbly. Slow and steady, catchy monkey. A couple of blocks there, boys. There's a couple of blocks there. I've probably got that much again to take in. He fucking loves it. A little bit more there now, boys. Just had a little break, actually. Had some mushy peas on toast, because that's all I could find in there. Spending all my money on the pond, didn't I? But mushy peas on toast ain't too bad. Yeah, and a couple of Cokes, full fat ones. I don't normally do that, but I need some cals today. I've only got about 100 more blocks to go. And that's the 500 or 600 in there. I can't remember, I'll count later on. And I've got a few ton of sand. Keep slogging on, innit? What a day! So behind me, guys, is 485 blocks, 100 bricks. That is a total of 130 trips. So actually that would be 260 trips, 130 round trips, and is about 12 tons worth of concrete blocks and bricks there. And I've done it on 2 black coffees, a pot noodle, 1 can of Coke because that was not open, 2 bottles of water, mushy peas on toast. Must have lost a couple of pounds. I'm not gonna lie, feels like I've done something today. Forearms were a little bit wrecked. Gone through 2 sets of gloves as well. They're just hanging off me. Sharp all things blocks. But anyway, Nikki reckons it's going to be 580 blocks to do it. So might need another 100 blocks just to do the pond. So we'll see. And then I got to get some more blocks to do the pump house wall and the little wall down the bottom. I was planning on taking the 3 ton of sand, building sand and all in down, but unfortunately I've still got it in me, trust me. I've got to go for a meal. It's nearly 6 o'clock now, so all of this is taking me, what time did they deliver it? They delivered it about 12 o'clock I think, so it's taking me 5 hours. Like I said, it's not a race, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Unfortunately, I can actually say to myself that I've done this unfit. No, I'm not too unfit. Like the digging it out blew the cobwebs out, didn't it really? But pond fitness. If you're going to build a pond and you haven't got any sort of access back and forth, and you've got to barrow things around, then you probably want to think about getting pond fit and think about your calorie intake as well. But listen, let me put a little picture of the line drawing on the CAD machine and what Carl has just cut for me today. They're in his house, and I can't believe it. Absolutely fantastic. It's really going to finish off the pond lovely, isn't it? With the stainless steel backy showers, stainless steel bottom drains, and the stainless steel skimmer front. And I'm not sure, I think I'm sure, but if anybody wants any, I'll ask Carl if he's willing to do some. You know, you never know. But yeah, absolute legend. Thank you very much, Carl. Like I said, I hope you're in Newark, because I owe you a couple of beers. But gonna go for a meal now. Not gonna lie, someone else is driving. I'm gonna have a bottle of red, like a little Spartan, because I've deserved it. And wake up tomorrow. I'll be up by about 5-6 o'clock, and I'm gonna get that sand down. A little bit of clearing up over there to do, a little bit of clearing up over there to do. Bosh. Oh, and I forgot, I've got I think 20 bags of cement in there as well. Don't forget that. That's another couple of trips, isn't it? And about half a ton. But yeah, job's a good one. The glass is definitely been ordered. It's on its way. I think I've lost weight already, boys. Right, anyway, I don't know if you're interested in this video, but it's behind the scenes, isn't it? So this isn't part 3 or this isn't part 4. We've done part 1, part 2, part 3. Maybe I'll do this one part 3.5, like Jackass does, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, good. So the glass on order. That won't be very long. Mats in the pipeline for the old fiberglass in. It will not be long before this block work's done, believe it or not. By the end of next weekend, this should be built. So, and I have had some nice requests about how much I want for the koi, the sheros, and all that kind of stuff. I was going to bowl some out today now, but I'm a little bit tired now, obviously. Do you know what I mean? It's about 12.5 ton with that cement, so you know, I'm not superhuman. I'm normal after all. But I feel right. So when you're in a parachute regiment, what you do is every Friday you normally do a 10 miler. So we do 10 miler with 45 pound, and it's a speed march. Obviously, we do 10 miles in an hour 50. If you do it between an hour 45 and an hour 50, that's actually in Royal Marine speak, hoofingly fast, right? And I kind of feel like I've done a 10 miler. Do you know what I mean? So I'm that kind of fatigued. But I have done a 55 miler before, believe it or not, with 55 pound. 55 pounds and 50 miles over the Ridgeway in Swindon. Must be a foot. I finished that one and my eyes were rolling to the back of my head. But the very hardest thing I've done in the British Army, I think, if we push apart P Company, which is the selection for the parachute regiment, P Company is very difficult, especially because you're a young lad, you know, 17 and a half, 18 years old. And by the time you get to P Company, you're on like week 24, 25, and you've been thrashed, beaten up most days, thrashed, you know, you're absolutely done, mate. Do you know what I mean? So that week course is quite tasty at that age, you know what I mean? Because you're not quite got the strength of mind at that age as well. So, you know, I did find that reasonably tough. Passed it though. I actually broke my leg on that as well, and I'd done half the events with a broken tib. But anyway, that's for another day. But yeah, the hardest thing I've ever done, mate, is the Pathfinder 10 miler. Absolutely horrendous. I literally cried halfway around, in temper more than anything. But yeah, came in second on that. The guy that came in first was a guy called Cam Williams. He was in the Remy, and well, the guy was a machine. You know what I mean? I was pretty fit back in the day, but I'm a small lad. Do you know what I mean? So you know, I found everything quite challenging fitness wise. But it's all in your head, isn't it? So do you know what I mean? Like, you know, your body is pretty phenomenal. It'll keep going until your mind breaks. And this Cam Williams was an absolute animal. So I can remember him hitting the finish line with the PTI just in front of him, and then me coming in about 2 minutes after him or something like that, and the rest of the guys all strung behind me. But I got onto the back of that 4-tonner in Brecon, and I got a scoop full of tea, and I must have put about half a pound of sugar in it, drunk it all. It was like a thick shake of sugar, right? And that little trip back from the Brecon training ground to Sennybridge is about 30 minutes, I guess. And I tell you what, my eyes were I thought I was going to pass out. My eyes were rolling to the back of my head, and I thought to myself, this is horrendous. So we put the weapons in the armoury, and then the staff talked to us, and this was in the morning now, right? We finished it about 9 o'clock, and they went, right guys, weapons in the armoury, we've got a couple of lessons, couple of SIGs lessons, couple of this, couple of that, and then we're out on a 10-mile run later on. And I was like, what? And we done a 10-mile run, but it was horrendous as well. It was like hill reps, and it was about 2 hours literally of just hill reps and baby carries up hills, mate. And it was like, not like literally, it would crack any man, apart from the few that passed. But anyway, good day today. That's another part of the puzzle. The rest of the build should be reasonably comfortable and reasonably nice. Do you know what I mean? So anybody's interested in those fish, just like leave me recover from that a little bit, because I'm 46 after all, and I'm going to go for a bottle of wine and something to eat with my missus and the boy and her friend and her boy, actually, so it would be really nice. But I can't imagine me staying up very late tonight. I think I'm probably going to be, yeah, as we call in the army, a little licked out. Anyway, see you in the next one. Remember, this is 3.5 bonus footage behind the scenes.